Hey guys, Psychic Pictures here, and welcome to Let's Review Anime. First things first, I had people vote on which anime I should watch next. The winners were Fairy Tail Collection 1 and Fate Stay Night. I feel I can't review two shows in a row that have 24 or so episodes, and have them come out on time. So I decided that I would separate them so that they can come out when I want them to come out, for the most part. Fairy Tail is now, and Fate Stay Night will not be my next review. I will try to review two 12-episode anime, and then I will review one 24-episode anime. Hopefully the wait will be worth it for you guys, and you guys aren't too mad about me pushing back Fate Stay Night. I'm shooting for it to come out January 2020 because there's a lot of stuff that's actually coming out that I really wanted to watch. But I won't be positive until I write the review for Fate Stay Night. With all that said and done, let's talk about today's anime review. Today's anime review. Fairy Tail Season 1. Or Collection 1. I'm probably going to be switching both of them at the same time. So, Fairy Tail. Not an anime I generally gravitate toward. I say this because I don't usually like anime that have 100 episodes or more. Fairy Tail has about 300 episodes and more are coming up. The only ones that I like that are more than 100 episodes are Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon. And they are really low on my favorites list. Other anime like this are Bleach, Naruto, Dragon Ball, and One Piece. All of which I either don't want to watch or am indifferent to liking. Fairy Tail is in this category of epic anime, and I have to say, it's exactly what I thought it would be. I thought this would be lots of fighting, lots of over-the-top animation, lots and almost no downtime for emotion, and that is what I got from watching the first collection. I may be wrong on other collections, but I'm going over Season 1, Collection 1. So, let's go over the story. There is a guild named Fairy Tail in the land of Fior that is famous, or rather infamous, for having powerful wizards that are always fighting each other and causing lots of damage overall. Among these wizards we have Natsu, a fire wizard, Gray, an ice wizard, Lucy, a celestial wizard that can summon other beings to fight with her, and Urza, a really powerful wizard that everyone fears but respects. Together, these wizards are self-proclaimed as Fairy Tail's strongest team. They go on adventures and thus the episodes start. At first, I thought this anime was great. It may have introduced 15 plus characters in just the first few episodes, but they each got better at the end of the season, at the end of the collection. But then I got to watching more, and at the middle part, it started to drag a lot. I have seen lots of anime, and each one had about 4 to 5 episode arcs to wrap up anything in the arc, but still has the overarching story in there. Fairy Tail had an arc go on for 8 episodes, and to me, that is way too long for an arc to last. Every time an episode ended in this arc, I wanted it to just end overall and go to the next arc. The episode after this arc was finally over was funny, but it only lasted 1 episode, didn't wrap anything up, and it was completely forgotten in the next episode. What happened there? Don't get me wrong, Fairy Tail is a good anime for some people. It just isn't my cup of tea in terms of episode count and I feel it drags in the arcs. Also, this collection ends in a huge fight. Yes, episodes 1 through 24 are in this collection and ends in the middle of a fight. Ugh, I hate that so much. Let's just get to the characters. Erza is by far my favorite character in the series. There's always this sense of power and fear whenever she comes on screen, and you know that when she appears, things will get real and serious. Erza is also known by the enemies in the series as the Queen of the Fairies, Titania. In this season, all that is a title, nothing else. She has suits of armor that perform different tasks, and they all work in different ways. Erza is strong and serious, and not much else, but I love her character in terms of presence rather than personality. Gray is another great character in the series. He is by far the most fleshed out character in this series, with having a backstory and an old rival, and has a purpose for everything he does. Still note, this is only the first collection, the first 24 episodes. There might be some stuff for the characters later, but I'm just referring to this collection, the first 24 episodes. The other characters in this season don't have that luxury that much, in terms of having a backstory and an old rival and a purpose for everything he does. Gray's ice magic is cool, and his backstory is really good. I do have to say this though, spoiler. How is Gray able to not beat his rival the first time, but in a weakened state, he is able to beat his rival the second time? I found that to be really awkward and not explained in the season, and it drove me nuts why this happened. Happy. This flying blue cat is annoying. Happy is not a good character because he's whiny, annoying, has a stupid voice, and cries over almost everything. Happy is also just the cheerleader in Fairy Tail Guild, and never gets into fights unless he's being used for transportation. No, seriously. Happy is used as transportation and nothing else in this collection. Replace Happy with a car or a horse-drawn carriage and it would impact nothing in the story. I know those things aren't really magical, but at least they would be silent and instead of yelling about the current situation all the time. Natsu may be a good fighter, kind of, but I don't like him much. All Natsu does is break things and use his fire magic as often as he can. Natsu is annoying in terms of how much he wants to pick fights with everyone, and he yells when he's insulted or doesn't get his way. True, Natsu does everything he can to protect his friends, but I don't think using that as an excuse to break everything is okay. All Natsu does in this season or collection is break stuff, and that is really it. The environments in Fairy Tail are really good and show that this is a magical world and you can easily get sucked into this world as you learn more about it. The character designs are also great. I love these designs and each character is easily identifiable beyond just this anime. If you put some of these characters in a picture with other anime characters, you could easily figure out which ones are from Fairy Tail. The fan service moments are actually few, and only show up when Erza changes her outfit. The animation isn't that good. I feel like an epic anime like this you have to have scenes that are unique all the time. But the same animations are used whenever Natsu uses his magic while standing, or Lucy calls upon one of her celestial spirits. I didn't see this at first, but it got repetitive really quickly when I figured it out. I'm also not a big fan of this character cast, because almost none of them are fleshed out or interesting in this collection. I only ended up liking 3 characters for sure, and the other characters aren't that well done. Even one of the characters I really liked near the end of the season, named Kana, a girl who's a heavy drinker, but knows when to get serious in a battle. I actually liked this character at the end of the season. The interactions are also not that interesting. Most of the dialogue in this season is constant noise and constant yelling for the most part. Overall, I can see how this anime got so popular and how it got so many episodes. It's just not my cup of tea. I don't really like any anime or shows that drag on a certain plot before moving on to the next one. I know that this anime is one of the most well-known anime out there. I just have my own tastes, and sadly, Fairy Tail is not in that category for good anime in my opinion. If you are into the whole action anime and love episodes that get you hyped for to see the next episode, this anime might be for you. There is lots of potential in this anime that I saw, and I love what the anime tried. But if you don't like arcs that tend to drag for a while, you might want to skip this anime. Also, as a warning, Collection 1 of Fairy Tail does not finish the arc it set up. It leaves on a cliffhanger, and if you want to watch the rest of the arc, you have to get Collection 2. This is a good anime overall, it's just not my type of anime. This has been Psychic Pictures, and I'll see you guys next time.